movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Ducks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. And some room to work. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Just when they're looking run, now up top. With the catch, it's Durant. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. This time he's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Firing to the right, complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now on the option. Power football with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, we've seen in recent years the evolution of the tight end position, right? You think about Brock Bowers at Georgia, Tyler Warren at Penn State. How about this guy getting involved in the option play? He's the pitch man. No one accounting for him. He's got the athleticism to not just catch touchdown passes or block for other people. Getting involved in the running game here on the option pitch for a score as well. Unbelievable job.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Austin. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. Knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll line up for a second down play. He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Guard in the backfield. It's Perry. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grab near the marker. It's Durant. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Quarterback may change this route. He's looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this This offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Thomas. There he goes. Just like that, a huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He wants it all. Touchdown Sooners. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gresham. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From the gun, running back gets to give. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Timeout, Oregon. First play of the period will be a second down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
They'll try the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finding open areas. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Perry. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Wants to pass. Going to take a shot. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
And the Ducks are threatening in the red zone. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
He's got it. He will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 4 over USC. For now, it's back to you, fellas.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field and everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Quarterback extends the play. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. He's up to 49 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Now they're going to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes the catch. It's coming. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Riggs. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Oregon. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. To the air on first down. Got his man downfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Covey. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Still looking on the move. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Hits him with a stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback strolling away from heat. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be fourth down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Fair catch, called for and made. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're playing.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. And the Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got rid of it just in time. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
Oklahoma, 14.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Powers through the defender. Works his way ahead for three. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. Got room at the 35. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Wants to go up top on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give on the inside. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The give to the tailback. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
You come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Cummings. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On the critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's now second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's White. Touchdown Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. It's complete to the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
The AT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 16 over Miami. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To the air on first down. The short hands, it's coming. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. Looking for space. It's coming. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Ducks are threatening in the red zone. They're still firing away even with this lead. Rushes on him. And as the ball falls incomplete.